And when you receive that kind of manifestation, it's really difficult to keep thinking that the universe is random, that reality is out of your control, and that you're at the mercy of your employer. It's hard to keep believing that when you have something like this happen. This is the power you possess. This is the power we all possess. This is the ability to shape your reality in any way you want it, to manifest anything you desire. Welcome to Worthiness Wednesday. I'm Perry Gruber, the Enlightenment Guy. As you probably know, if you've been watching these videos for over 10 years, it's actually 12 now, I've been helping people master their mindsets so they can create lives they love and get results without the burnout and the hustle, even in the corporate world. So today, I'm just thrilled. This is so good. I'm thrilled to share with you the story I'm about to tell you of a beginning client. This client has only been working with me in the positively focused framework since December, and the manifestation she produced is astounding. And I'm really excited to tell you the story. But first, for those of you who are new viewers, welcome to the channel. This entire channel is based on experiences from my clients and from my own experience with the positively focused framework, which is a framework I've developed which allows people to attain enlightenment through their alignment with all that is, which is pure positive energy, which is all that we are. Each one of us is pure positive energy. And by aligning with that pure positive energy that we are, we allow into our life experience the manifestations, the desires that we want to see fulfilled, and we allow those things into our experience without us having to do anything to make them happen. So let's get to this magnificent result this beginning client produced. Now, I guarantee in the positively focused framework and the client practice that clients get immediate results. And if they don't get those immediate results, then I give them their money back. But no one has ever made a claim on the guarantee because it works 100% of the time. But what this client did was went above and beyond that. So of course she got the initial guaranteed results, which is feeling better on whatever subjects she's concerned about. And then because of that, she diligently dove in to the positively focused framework. She's only not even a third through the 6 framework steps, and she produced this magnificent manifestation. So to understand how the manifestation occurred, I need to give you some context for this person. This person is in her mid-70s. She's a mother and a grandmother, and she has been struggling in her life because of the negative momentum of her family history. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that. Suffice it to say that even though she's in her mid-70s, she's been unable to retire because she's having to take care of her children's children and the mother of those children. And so she's having to work. So she's in this corporate environment, which is a healthcare system, organization, a corporation. And the corporation has been struggling financially. And as a result of the struggles that the corporation is moving through, they've had to dramatically cut costs, including laying off their employees. My client has seen this happening around her, and as a result was feeling insecure about being able to keep her job being the primary means by which she receives income to support her daughter and her daughter's children. So she came to the positively focused practice from that perspective, with that context. I immediately helped soothe her through the positively focused practice out of the negative beliefs, the fear and insecurity she was feeling as a result of seeing people in her healthcare or clinic being laid off. One of the things that was happening associated with the layoffs was a particular machine she uses, which I'm going to put a picture of on the screen right now. This machine that she uses efficiently and quickly transfers radiological and other data onto CDs so that that information can be used in court cases. But because of the cutbacks, the system software of this machine has not been updated, and as a result, it broke. So the client has been basically manually copying this data onto these CDs. And because of the efficiency of the machine, the compressibility of the machine was producing the results in about 10 disks. But my client, having to do it manually, is often using up to 50 disks for every judicial request. So her manual approach is much less efficient, and it takes a lot longer for her to do. So the administration of the health clinic was kind of getting on her case because she wasn't producing the results that she was producing with the machine when it was intact. And my client was trying to tell the administration that it's because the machine is down that she's been unable to produce the results that they expect. And so the client was caught in between a rock and a hard place, because while she was expressing to the administration that she needs this machine fixed, the administration and the company at large did not have the income, the revenue necessary to repair the machine. So she was being told at the same time, do your job faster, but do it without the resources that you need. That's the background with which she came to this one particular session it was mid-January. So in January, we talked about this situation, and I was explaining to her that in the positively focused practice, we don't push against anything. And we also recognize that complaining about anything just causes the situation you're complaining about to persist. Whatever you resist persists. And so I encouraged this client to stop talking about the fact that the machine is broken. Instead, I encouraged her to talk to the machine as though it's fixed, and to think about and imagine and visualize the machine as being fixed. And her immediate reaction, which is a typical reaction of a brand new client, is, how is thinking going to repair this machine, especially if the organization doesn't have money to fix the machine? And I told her, like I tell all my beginning clients who ask such a question, don't worry about the how and don't worry about the when. That's not your job. Your job is to hold the vision. Your job is to hold the vision, I told her. Your job is to hold the vision and allow the universe to orchestrate the how and the when. And if you focus on your job, which is holding the vision, I told her, the fix will show up. The manifestation of a machine that works will show up much quicker than you think it will. So that was the guidance I gave her. This was back in mid-January. It's now February 17th when I'm recording this video. This video might come out a little later than February 17th. So yesterday on February 16th, this is so good. I should back up. So between the time that I gave her that guidance and yesterday, between the time I gave her the guidance and yesterday, we had 2 other sessions. And in those sessions, she's very good at doing the positively focused homework. So I was very thrilled to hear that in the 2 sessions between the time I gave her the guidance and yesterday, she was doing exactly what I told her. I was suggesting to her to be positive about the machine and to push against, complain about nothing in her organization and watch what happens. So she had sent me this picture of a little sculpture she created. It's so cool. I'm going to put that picture up here now too, that shows that she was leaning in the direction of the machine being fixed. And you can see the CD pasted to this picture frame. That was the part of the sculpture related to the machine. And so she shared that, I think it was between the first session and the second session that we met, between the time I gave her the guidance and yesterday. Fast forward to yesterday. I'm working with a client and I get a text message from this client I'm telling this story about. I'm going to read the text message because it's really good. But what's really good is what she says after the first text message she sent me. So here's the first part of the text message. It says, this This is seemingly unbelievable, but this actually happened. She says, "The CEO just left my office. He came right out and asked me if there was anything I needed. All I said was, would be more cost and time efficient. That's all she said. He agreed. I was talking to my robot this morning saying you'll be back good as new soon." So that's the first text that she sent me. Basically what happened there is the CEO showed up at the clinic, came into her office, and basically asked her, "What is it that you need? Anything that you need, what is it?" And my client told him. So this is the thing, right? The CEO of this clinic showed up at this branch of the clinic, came into her office and talked to her directly. I told her when I gave her the guidance that don't be surprised if the CEO shows up in your office. And that's exactly what happened. And he asked, "Anything you need," he said. This was the manifestation fulfilled. So then she described to me in the text that she was telling the robot, the machine, that it was going to be up as good as new. I replied to her and said, "See, look how powerful you are. In just a few short weeks. That's phenomenal. Well done." And then she replied with, "Thank you. I'm quite proud of myself." So this is really cool. The manifestation is fabulous. It demonstrates how even in the cutthroat, rational, realistic world of business and corporations, and in the cutthroat environment or industry of the healthcare industry, manifestation still holds sway. This client held a vision that she was going to create a new version of an inanimate object, a machine, and as a result of holding that vision, she manifested a one-on-one with the CEO, not in his office, in her office. And in that one-on-one, he gave her basically a blank check. Anything you need. It was the perfect unfolding, the perfect manifestation on several levels. First, on the level of her getting what she wants, a machine that's fixed, that works. And then secondly, demonstrated evidence of how powerful she is as a manifester. And then thirdly, how effective the positively focused practice is. But what's most important about this whole manifestation is this second text that she sent me. "I'm quite proud of myself." This is the beginning of empowerment. This is what it sounds like when someone is stepping into their empowerment, their agency, when they realize they are at the center of the universe and the universe is bending over backwards to provide everything they want without having to do anything to have that happen. Think about it, you guys. All this person did was change her thoughts about what she was paying attention to. All she did was stop complaining about what she didn't want and lean in the direction in her imagination of what she did want. And in less than a few weeks, what she wanted manifested. This is the power you possess. This is the power we all possess. This is the ability to shape your reality in any way you want it, to manifest anything you desire. But to do so, you have to line up with the source from which all that is emerging. And that is non-physical, the moment of becoming. I talk about this in almost every video. When you line up with the moment of becoming, and you know that you've lined up because you feel good, when you line up with that moment of becoming, you are tuned in to all that is. And when you're tuned in, then the universe, it's always doing this, but you begin to perceive that the universe is giving you everything you want with no effort on your part. Even a one-on-one face-to-face with the CEO, not in his office, but in your office. And when you receive that kind of manifestation, it's really difficult to keep thinking that the universe is random, that reality is out of your control, and that you're at the mercy of your employer. It's hard to keep believing that when you have something like this happen. And that's what this client is realizing. early in the practice, only 2 months into the practice. This is why I say anything you want is yours effortlessly. When you line up with all that is and make your relationship with all that is through your broader perspective, make the relationship with your emotions and make your relationship with yourself the top 3 priorities of your life. I call those the order of operation. When you get that in place, the world is your oyster. Are you inspired? Do you want to have your version of the result that this client produced? There are lots of people in the world offering what I offer. Seek out one of those people. If you resonate with me, feel free to reach out. I've got room on my calendar. In the meantime, see you in the next fabulous video.